Hello, everybody.
For me,
In YouTube
Dropbox
land.
is
Hang
a
on, I
seamless
thought I
way
had
of
it
ensuring that
ended.
I
Hang
have
on.
access to documents across my cell phone, my
2 inches of it.
There. You know, it's kind of funny, but not. Watching South Park, the episode where the Marshes meet a family of Mormons, they were brainwashing even back then about if you do something under a black guy, you're a racist. Because when he's on it, when Randy's on his way out to beat Mr. Harris's ass, he stops and says, Mr. Harris is a white guy, right? Stan says, yes. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna beat his ass. And he leaves. That is it's them brainwashing that, if you do anything to black people, you're a racist. And then, they came in with the whole, well, if you don't like gay people or trans or people from China, then you're a homophobe, a transphobe, and a xenophobe. Well, the word phobe means, the word phobic means that you have an irrational fear of something. Nobody is afraid of a gay person or of a trans person or of someone else that's a different color. No one is afraid of them unless they give a damn good reason for people to be afraid of them. And honestly, gay people, trans people, you just don't give off a good reason to fucking be afraid of you. I mean, what are you gonna do? Decorate my fucking house for me? Change my fucking clothes? Give me a break over here. The thing is no one's got an irrational fear of other people. We have a rational fear of people who want to do us harm. That's not phobia. That is a rational fear of them because historically they have wanted to do us harm. So we have a natural uneasiness about us concerning them and them concerning us. You see, phobia is an irrational fear of something. You have arachnophobia. You have an irrational fear of spiders. Agoraphobia. You have a fear of going outside. Uh, these are all mental issues for the most part. I mean, there are a few phobias that are real. Agoraphobia I can kind of understand, but there's so many bad people you don't want to get hurt, so you become agoraphobic, you stay inside. Fear of spiders, I understand. You got poisonous ones, so tiny they could bite you, kill you, whatever. But fear of a trans person? Or of a gay person? No. Like I said, what are you gonna do? Decorate my house for me? Buy me an all new wardrobe? Buy me a bunch of cologne? Please. I ought to do that anyway. No one is afraid of you. No one's afraid of black people. No one's afraid of gay people. No one's afraid of trans people. You see, in the 80s, there was still a little bit of the whole racism and all that. However, that pretty much went by the wayside, in the 80s. I mean, it pretty much went bye-bye because of, well, people changing, realizing that, you know what, that was bullshit. And they didn't want to have it around them, so hey, it changed. But that's life. You know, you learn things in life and you move on. But we got rid of racism, I mean, a long time ago. Granted, Martin Luther King Jr., well, a lot of what he espoused was good ideas. But a lot more of what he espoused was communism. He was slick, he hit it, but it's communism. I don't think he was a card carrying commie, but he definitely held with some of the ideas. But the fact that if you don't, today, if you don't think the way that gay people want you to think, or the way that trans people want you to think, or the way that black people want you to think, then they start throwing labels at you like racist, homophobe, transphobe, xenophobe. I got news for you. Just because you make up words don't mean that the words are real. And it doesn't mean that they have any meaning or any power behind them. The only power that a word has is the power that we give it. When I was younger, if you would have called me a racist, I would have beat you to within an inch of your life. Then again, I would have also beat you to within an inch of your life if you said my mama wears combat boots. I was a child. As I grew up, I put childish things away. Because just as there's a time for everything, a time to plant, a time to sow, and a time to reap, there's a time to live, there's a time to die, there's a time to laugh, there's a time to mourn, there's a time to be happy, a time to be sad. We have a time for everything. Because of that, there's a time to be a child and act as a child. Then there's a time to become an adult and put childish things away. It even says it in the Bible. When I was a child, I thought as a child. I acted as a child. When I became an adult, I thought as an adult. I acted as an adult. I put childish things away. That means that when you grow up, the shit that you used to do as a kid, you put it away. You grow, you mature, you move on from that. That being said, nowadays, you call me a fucking name, I'm gonna laugh at you. It's just words. It's words joined together to elicit a response. Patrick Swayze said it best in the movie Roadhouse. They're just a bunch of words joined together to elicit a response. And one of the other actors, his character says, well, what if someone calls me a motherfucking... No, what if someone says that my mother's a whore on the corner or something like that? And Patrick Swayze looks at him and says, is she? Are you? They're just words. the words thrown together to elicit a response from you. Meaning the other person is calling you names so that you will act out a character so that they don't have to worry, don't get looked at as the bad guy. But if you listen to what they're saying and you just let it go, it shows everyone that you are grown up and they are the petulant child. Another human condition is to blame others for what we ourselves think or do. Case in point, the biggest KKK member, or at least the biggest supporter, Joe Biden, back in the day was Joe Biden. Today, he screams that Trump is a racist, that all Trump followers are racist, and xenophobes, and this and that, and this and that, and he's down with everyone. No. The Democrat Party started the KKK. They started the whole basically, they started the whole Civil War. They started Jim Crow. They started segregation. Who came in and fixed that? Republicans, but more than Republicans, there was the people who today would be considered independents. People who didn't hold completely with the Republicans, and they damn sure didn't hold with the Democrats. They looked at both sides, said you're both fucking evil, but you both have good parts about you. So, I'm gonna independently be my own person, make up my own mind, and move forward. But yet, everyone today wants you to think if you don't think, act, and speak in the way that they want you to, you are racist, you are xenophobic, you are homophobic, you are a bad guy, you have white privilege. Even if you're darker than a struck match, but you might happen to believe that all lives matter, cop lives matter, you will be called a racist, a sellout, an Uncle Tom, a coon. Which I never understood it, but that's what you'll be called. When actually all you are is someone who stands up for their own rights and doesn't think someone should be judged based solely and clearly only on something that they could not help, the color of their skin. You can help your character because you can develop a better character. Can't do fucking shit about your skin. So think about this and think about it long and hard. Do you want the real racist, xenophobe, transphobe, homophobe, scumbag, America hating, commie loving people to have all the power and tell you what you can and can't do, can and can't say, where you can and can't live, where you can and can't work? If you want that, then by all means, stay with the Democrats. But remember this, Joe Biden, during this presidential election, and mind you, all the MSN channels very quickly covered this up, But Joe Biden said in an interview, if you're having trouble deciding to vote for me or Trump, then you ain't black. The podcast person said, what? What'd you say? And Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. Those were his exact words. But he's not a racist? Get the fuck out of here. Then the fact that they're trying to push critical race theory, which says, not in exactly these words, but in so many words, that white people have all the power. White people are so strong that they can keep other races down. What? No. White people aren't that powerful. We don't have all this magical power to keep races down. No. What keeps anyone down is three things. One, you're gonna make bad decisions, and I mean big time, like hooked on crack, hooked on heroin, fucking sleeping with 50 dudes, having fucking 50 different babies by 50 different baby daddies, not giving a fuck, with 50 different fucking baby mamas, and not care. Two, you're not gonna finish high school. And three, you're gonna make wrong decisions that end you up in prison for violent crime, maybe the rest of your life. That has nothing to do with white people. That has to do with your decisions. Now, I know you're going to say, but Brad, black people are historically more sought out and confronted more by the cops than whites. And to an extent, that's true. But they're less than 20% of the population. To be precise, they're like 16% of the population. But they commit 58.6% of the violent crime in America. That means murders, rapes, armed robbery, armed B&E, assault with a dangerous weapon, attempted murder. 16% of the population commits 58.6% of the violent crime. Because of that, the police are going to treat you differently. But nowadays they treat them with extreme kid gloves. Case in point, the two kids in Florida, I believe it was, a 14-year-old and a 12-year-old, broke out of a group home, broke into someone's home, grabbed up automatic weapons, put them together, shot at cops, and instead of the cops immediately opening fire, they tried talking to the kids for like an hour until finally they had no choice and they popped them. Thankfully, at least one didn't die. The other's in the hospital. But the truth of the matter is, if that had been white people and the cops pulled up and the white kids started shooting at the cops, those cops would have just pulled the trigger, bang, 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 bang. Those white kids would have been filled so full of lead you could use them as a fucking anchor on a deep ocean liner. That's the truth. And he said, but what about all the unarmed black people who get shot by a cop every year? Yeah, that's a rarity, but it does happen. So I'll give you that. However, that is less than 1% of the entire world population. Well, at least the US population. If you are white and unarmed and acting a fool, you are 4 times as likely to get shot, even if you're unarmed, and maybe killed, than you are if you do the exact same actions as a black man. 4 times as likely to get shot if you're shot and killed if you're white and you don't have a weapon. Sounds to me like discrimination against white people. Seems to me like systemic racism against white people. But there's no such thing as systemic racism. Because yes, there are some bad people on the force. There's a shit ton of good ones too. I hate cops. I'll be the first one to admit it. I fucking hate pigs. But I respect those who treat me with respect. Again, it's just a fact of life. But I gotta take medicine, get ready to go to help a friend out. And this video is already a lot longer than I wanted to make it. So, until next time, America, please, please, I beg you, think for yourself. Alright? Do your own research. And until next time, I'll be seeing you. Also, let me know in the comments if I should change the name of the channel to The Freedom Show. And as always, if you liked what I had to say, and you haven't done so yet, give me a thumbs up, which is right about here. If you like what I had to say and it resonates with you, and you want and you haven't done so yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification right beside it so that I can, when I put out a video or go live, you're notified. And until next time, I'll be seeing you. I hope you and yours have a very blessed and awesome day. May God bless you and yours because you're worth it.